Hello and welcome to yet another heads up. I'm just writing down the previous results, trying to keep track of it. He limps on the button, so we have another button limper, and then he c-bets. It's a Russian. We have Jack 10, obviously we made the standard raise. We make trip jacks, so we'll check it once. We won't check it twice, we'll make a delayed c-bet here, and he does fall to it. We have aces again, so up to 40, he makes the call. Pretty dangerous flop, but we do have the nut flush draw. It doesn't get there and the board pairs, so we'll call whatever he bets. We do have aces, so yeah. He bluffed. He bluffed pretty big. He had a gut shot, so yeah. 7-4, deuce deuce 10. He'll call with a king high or an ace high, but at least we know if he has that. He doesn't. So this time the aces don't betray us. If you haven't watched the last game, go check it out. But basically, he had 8-9 against aces and he got trips. So yeah. So he does make it late c-bet here. It's probably a bluff, but I can't call it with 5-9. I have to re-raise, and if you have seen previous videos, you know I'm not the kind of guy that likes bluffing ships away. 3-4, and we got running around flush and button pair, so we'll check call. That's a bit of an overbet, so we'll fold there. I don't like overbetters. If he re-raises me here, I'm obviously calling. I have the button, I have connected suitors, I want to see a flop. Depending on the amount it goes to though. We hit middle pair, so we'll re-raise him to 55 when he leads out, and he does fold. I'm not a big fan of leading out, especially not on the flop. You can do it on a turn if the flop was checked around and you actually have a hand. You can also do it to bluff, of course, but I mean, only do that on dangerous boards. I have a flush draw here, so I'm betting it. I do make my flush, so let's bet again, and he does fall to it. So there are several things to bet a flush draw, especially in position. You increase the pot size for when you actually make your flush, and we get kings, really good hand, 5 deuce 5, so only a 5 beats me. He might have an ace high and call here. He does make the call. A queen comes, let's hope he has a queen, so let's continue our story. He does make the call, and another queen comes, let's hope he doesn't have a queen. So another board pair twice, and we just check. 9-3. He called me with jack high, by the way, on that board. That's pretty interesting to know. So deuce 3. Flop comes 8 jack 10. Totally missed us. We're not even gonna see bet. What a board. No thank you. So in this case, when he let out, that's fine. 40. Let's make it 75. I basically have ace queen. I mean, that's a really good hand. I don't think this hit him. Don't think that hit him either. So even if he bets there, we're still good. We actually have a straight here. So yeah. 3-9. Now you might say, well, you have ace queen, and if you think it's good there, why don't you re-raise it? That's true. If I think it's good, I probably should have re-raised there. I will call a c-bet. I mean, I have ace jack, and now have a flush draw with it, and he's betting his entire stack. I totally miss, but I still only have ace high, and he had pocket ins. I'm surprised. Yeah, he went to 50 instead of 40. We got bottom pair, we got the runner flush, so we obviously make a bet here. The ace is pretty much a scare card for him. He checks to me once, and he probably will bet here, yeah. So I guess he had the ace there, seeing as he called on the flop, and then I checked to me on the turn to get more value out of me. Hoping I continue my story. Here we hit the 4, and there's 2 8s. I think the 4 is good unless he has a king of course. He'll check it out and see that I actually hit a pair. That's a problem by being out of position. I haven't really figured out how to play that heads up without making it seem like a bluff, and mostly of the time you're just getting called by the better hand anyway. So here we bet 55. He does fall to it. We're still in the lead, but ace jack against the tens was pretty annoying. Queen 7. He goes way too much. If only we had kings there, right? King Queen, obviously a great hand. And he folds. So yeah, we're 2-1 at this point. He raised it up. We got 3-5 off. Totally missed the flop and fall to the c-bet. This time we have 3-5 suitors on the button. He makes the call. Ace King Ace is a flop. He makes a pot size bet. We re-raise him just to see if he's bluffing. We actually hit a 5. And we actually hit a 3, but that doesn't make a difference, does it? So let's see what he does have. He has Jack 8, so yeah, us hitting the 5 got us there. But that means he's willing to bluff, and then when I re-raise him, he considers that a bluff as well. But then afterwards, he just calls and gives up. That's a bit odd though. I mean, why would you call and then give up? You actually call to take it away on the turn, right? I mean, the 5 isn't gonna make a difference normally. If he continued this story there, I would have followed my 5. I mean, I think that's way too high for him to do. We have a flush draw, so obviously I'm shoving here. He can call here. He has the 9, so we need to make our flush. We don't. So he gets this pot. So now we're the underdog. I'm surprised he called my shove there, especially with an ace already on the board. Me calling him pre-flop. It will cost him in the future, or at least 1 or 2 games during his entire next 10 games. During his entire week, I mean. Calling there with second pair when I shove is a bit weird. Obviously, he had second pair, but he went pretty high pre-flop, which I called. And then an ace came as well as a 9. He bet into me. I re-raised him, and then he still made stuff there. I got 2 pair. So yeah, let's hope he has something. He doesn't. Ace King there would have been insane for me, of course. I have an ace. He raises it up. I think we shove here. I mean, it's a 40% hand, but he can't give it up. I think a 4x bet on my blind is a bit insane, and he has 7s. I'm so dominated, but I get a flush draw with it. I get an open ender, and I actually make a flush. I get really lucky there that I win ace-7 against 7s, especially with a flush. Totally missed this one here. I can't c-bet it, but if he calls, I'm behind and I'm dead. So I'm not willing to play for that pot at that point. King deuce is pretty good though. Not to an all-in shove. I mean, I would have called with probably an ace, but here we have ace 10. If he shoves, I'm calling. Obviously, I'm calling. I have ace 10. He has ace 8 suited though. His suit isn't good. It's good now, but he doesn't get there. So yeah, I did get lucky there, in my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you for the next one.